Major Slack Videos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Divinity Original Sin 2, and I would just love to explore, or re-explore. I mean, this game is so deep. I've noticed that you can like explore an area like half a dozen times, and on the 7th time through, you'll find something new. It's just nuts. So I would love to re-explore everything that I just did to create this video again, but I don't have time. I can hear my viewers calling, Slack, I need my Divinity Original Sin 2 fix. I need my fix, man. Come on, give it to me. So it's getting late in the day. Gotta upload Monday's video, so let's get it on. This is the Driftwood video. We're going to Driftwood eventually. And take care of a lot of business in there. So I'm going to follow this road up here. There's kind of like a beehive, like an apiary right here. We're going to hit that up, get some honey, make some charm barrels, and then go into Driftwood and take care of a lot of business. That's the plan. Let's do it. First of all, Sabil, you're at a source. It's a good thing I marked on the map this little source puddle. So we can go back here. Hit that up. And this is where the wrecked caravan is. We already did business with this individual here. I think her name is Mary. Just follow this road north to this area here. And oh yeah, I leveled up to level 10. These chickens are a riot. I love some of the sound effects in this game. It's like they hired a bunch of kids to, like, you know, yeah, I want you to pretend like you're a chicken.
Okay, I can do that. That's not a chicken. This is a chicken.
See? It cracks me right up. Anyway, okay. Let's start with Sabil. I want lots of memory. I like memory. So let's give her more memory slots. And she's primarily an archer, so let's put more points into ranged. And finally, I think thievery is high enough. If we want to bring it up higher, we have some gear to bring it up to 5. That should take care of all our thievery needs. So let's start putting more points into lore master. Losa, same deal with you. Lots of memory slots. Memory up to 22. Same thing with you. You're our master bow. You're like our heavy artillery bowmaster. Like so. More points for you into ranged. And finally, this is going to change as soon as we get into town. But the default configuration I want for her is 2 persuasion, 4 in bartering, and then if need be, we have other gear that can bring bartering up to 6. But before we do business in town, I am going to go back to the respec mirror, yank these points out of persuasion, and put them into bartering temporarily. And then when we're finished, because we're going to do a lot of business, I'm going to buy like 10,000 bucks worth of stuff in Driftwood, so it's worth it to do that. But normally this is my default configuration for Losa. All right. Next, we have a beehive here, and we have an empty honey jar and a jar of honey. Let's grab that. Very important stuff. And the jar of honey. And you can right click on the beehive and click on combine, and then I'll bring it up in the crafting screen. Go to ingredients and find the empty honey jar that you just picked up. Nope. Right there. Put that in, combine it with the beehive, and we got ourselves 2 jars of honey. I think we have more. Anyways, let's go to consumables. Here we go, we got 3 jars of honey. Let's just combine these 3. Put those in, all 3. And, oh, before we do that, we're gonna have to make some arrowheads. So back to ingredients. We ran out of arrowheads, but you can make more arrowheads with sharp rocks and any cutting tool. I typically keep a shiv around for that purpose, so let's put the shank or shiv there, combine, Boom, arrowheads combine again. More arrowheads combine again. And we're good. Ingredients. There we go, got some arrowheads. 3. Combine those with the jars of honey, all 3. And we got ourselves a charmed arrowhead. Let's make all of them. A charming arrowhead, to be exact. And to turn them into arrows, back to ingredients. These things are really valuable. They're like lifesavers in combat. Combine those with arrow shafts. Boom, and we got ourselves a charming arrow. Set charmed for 1 turn. Basically turn the enemy into an ally. As long as he has no magic armor. Extremely useful. Alright, so everybody gets some charming arrows. Sibyl, no, wait a minute. You've got 2, and you've got 2. Let's make sure they're loaded up in the hotbar. That is correct. You need to have yours loaded up in the hotbar. Losa, bingo, you're ready to rock. And that's it. Anything more here? Beehive, milk churn, pumpkin part. Don't want any of that stuff. Very good. This kid doesn't really offer anything good. Let's just have a quick chat with him.
The kid is whistling an off-key tune as he strolls about shiftily. He raises an eyebrow at your approach, but says nothing.
What are you up to, kid?
Ain't up to out. Just looking for someone.
Alright.
Seen Ben Mesd.
I found Ben Mesd. I was kind with him earlier on. I think I'm just going to tell him the truth this time. Look, buddy. Ben Mesd is dead.
Ooh. Baron won't like that.
Oh. Alright.
Won't like that one little bit.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, resuming his tuneless whistling.
Okay, what do we do now? Alright, let's go into Driftwood.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong. Ah, yes. One of Mary's heroes passes. Come on through, but mind the smell.
Alright, so...
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
One of Mary's heroes passes. Come on through, but mind the smell.
Alright, here we go. Magister 2 times. So named because he says everything twice. Okay, into Driftwood we go. Let's take care of the chit-chat business, which is going to earn us a considerable amount of XP, and then we'll do some buying and selling. Because, like I said, Losa's all loaded up with her persuasion now. Start off with, let's hit up this here.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this ramshackle village.
And this will discover a waypoint in the village.
Your touch creates a ripple across the mosaic, as if it were water and not stone. A comforting warmth spreads through you, starting at your fingertips.
Here we go. Now we have a waypoint in Driftwood. There we go. That's where we started, down the beach there, and here we are in the town of Driftwood. Lots to do here. Alright, first of all, you can talk to this guy, but he's just going to soak you for a buck. Or a penny. And give him a penny.
The dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
What's wrong with the dog?
Oh, my dog's doctor. Dog's sick. Go on, give us a penny for a sick dog.
Okay, why not?
Thank ye kindly. Any chance of another one?
Another
penny
one?
For a sick dog and all that.
Alright, one more, but that's it.
Much obliged. Could I push you for one more? Penny for a sick dog, etc.
No, not this time.
Then get out of the way, cheapskate.
Reminds me of Humphrey Bogart in the beginning of Treasure is Sea or Madra. Hey buddy, can you stake a fellow American to a meal?
Penny for a sick dog.
Okay, no, that's not what you want to do. That's just to set it up. This is what you want to do. Talk to the dog.
Lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
And you don't need the pet pal talent to do this. Anybody can do this. Continue. The dog whines. Pet the dog.
It snaps at your hand.
Don't worry about that. Lay your hand upon its neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat.
Slide your hand beneath its studded collar.
Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
And as you can see, that started the little quest, a man and his dog. Whatever option is applicable for whatever character you use is like whatever looks closest to this one. Let's choose Mystic. You think you can heal the creature's pain. Lay your hands on them and whisper soothing words.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet.
And if you did everything right, everybody should get this option here. Turn the collar inside out.
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Sorry, just having a sip of coffee here. Okay, yeah, MajorSlack is jacked up on caffeine, ready to rock. Here we go, continue.
He licks your hand and grins.
There we go, 4,000
Then he turns
XP.
to his master, gives him one loud bark of protest, and leaves.
I'm all right. As long
Lost
as
the
I
dog,
don't
did you?
eat it too much.
Okay, now what you can do
You're
is
safe amongst
really
the
hard
others.
up for a few
Never
pennies
forget.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
and go for this option here. Mention the dog's spiked collar. Tell him he's cruel.
God damn it. How was my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar?
If you want your money back and more, tell him you'll tell the people what he did.
You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you?
Yes, we would.
I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind. could
Well,
I?
give us all your earnings and, you know, maybe we can be convinced to forget all about it. What do you say?
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents.
Here we go. I actually made a 3 gold profit or a 2 gold profit.
That's your lot. Go on then. Get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
Freeloader, me? Come on. Okay. And that's that. Next. Remember the shark at the beach? The beached shark? And we found out that it swallowed a little kid named Joe. Well, these kids are friends of Joe. Talk to them.
Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
Attaboy, kid. You go, boy.
You be careful. My daddy's a Magister.
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
Okay, so I want to do a quick save here because I've never done this option before. I always go for this one right away. Tell him that's nothing. Your daddy's a god. Probably.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
Okay.
You're weird.
Okay, and finally, this is the option we want. Ask them what they expect to see staring at the water.
We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
And that starts the little quest. Hide and seek.
He
Continue.
went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Don't you mean Fort Joy?
For joy?
Yeah. What she said.
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back.
Okay, and ask him if their friend's name is Joe.
Cool. How did you know that?
Mrs., have you seen our friend Joe?
Alright, now you have two choices. If you want to spare the kids' feelings because they're just little kids and they can't bear the, you know, the horrible fact that a shark ate Joe, you can go for this one here, but you won't get any XP. Okay? Or if you want to tell them the ugly truth, go for this one. Tell them the truth about Joe. They have to grow up sometime.
Tell them the truth about Joe. They have to grow up sometime.
Alright, kids. It's time you heard the truth. So here's the thing. Joe was eaten by a shark.
The horror grows on their little faces.
No, that's a horrible thing to say. I bet it wasn't Joe. I bet it was someone else's leg in that icky shark.
Ah! Jaws! Okay, yeah, well, that's the way it is.
She bursts into tears,
Oh, jeez.
then looks from you to her and back again, then starts crying too.
Oh. Okay, and this is the option I always go for. Kneel, hug both children, tell them it's going to be alright.
After a moment, the crying subsides. Ben and Harriet snuggle into you.
Oh.
So where's Joe?
And then I always go for this option here. Tell them Joe's gone somewhere lovely, a farm, something like that.
They look puzzled, but the little boy seems to accept the idea.
Continue.
I think we should go home. Come on, Ben. Thanks, lady. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Mr. Lady Mrs.
A cute kid.
They skip away, still children, but now, somehow, older than before.
And, sorry, not XP, you get a reward. Sorry, a reward. And you won't get this reward if you spare their feelings, like I said. So what do we get? Fortify scroll, fire arrow, nope. Or a razzle dazzle grenade. The thing is, if I deplete an enemy's magic armor, I'm more likely to shoot him with a charmed arrow. So my razzle dazzle grenades are just kind of like sitting in my inventory doing nothing. I think I'm gonna have to go for the fortify scroll. This is really useful. Yeah, especially for Losa, who doesn't have that skill. So take that, accept, and there we go. Next, look on your map. We got this marker right here, Magister leadership in Driftwood. This is part of one of our quests, so let's go take care of that. Once again, send in the person who's got the highest persuasion skill.
Don't let up now.
And
Keep
have them talk to
hauling
this
that
individual
cargo.
here, Magister Raymond.
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh.
I
Put
love
your
it.
backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide.
Gotta write that one down. You mute sacks of flesh. Okay, continue.
The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
You'll...
The Magister stops barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
And, intense fellow, this one, keep calm and courteously bid him good day. I either go for this option or this option. Let's go for this one.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is a scent that invites a question.
Sorry, I should have read the line to retain the immersion. Line? I'll get it right next time.
Have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods.
Hold on. We saved your cousin Mary from the Voidwoken. I think you, like, you know, owe us a little respect.
Respect. Try rancor.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
Good grief. What have we done to deserve such hostility? Come on, dude. What? Come on.
Oh, no, that won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit you.
Oh, no?
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
Okay, so your best persuasion squad member is talking to this guy, and choose whatever you're most likely to win, like whatever you have highest in wits, memory, or strength. We have lots of memory, so let's go for that one. Success.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do.
We're intrigued. What's up with these dwarven troubles?
Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher.
Alright, so we just earned 2000 XP and we started the quest, The Law of the Order. Urge him to make his point. If you're to accept the role of a rat catcher, you'll need more concrete information.
Of course. I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders, same as you. Dallas.
No. Down you go. Aw. What's the matter? Did somebody knock you down? Aww.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course.
Nah.
How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up?
Yeah, it's par for the course for us. Yeah. Death threats, killing. Same old. Yeah, sure. Let's shake hands.
How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them.
Okay. Can you help us out with that?
Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you.
Excellent.
Adieu and good luck.
Adieu.
The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows, I pass on to you.
Alright, so long and farewell.
The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
And he takes off. Sets sail on the high seas. And boop! She's gone. Alright, so Julian is the head honcho. Now, let's go talk to him.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the so-called friend of Dallas. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it.
Look, your superior told us to report to you, okay? So just get on with it.
Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit the floor back there. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong.
Yeah, we did meet the Magister caravan on the way into town.
By the bishop's bones, you saw it. Out with it, woman. What happened?
I love it. By the bishop's bones. Well, by the bishop's bones, this is what happened. Described the scene in detail. Even the dead would tremble at the despair you witnessed. Here we go, another 2 out of 2000 XP.
Which means some third party must have attacked first. And I have a fair idea who that might have been.
And who might that have been?
Raymond, that old goat. Always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove.
Alright, racking up the XP here, boss. Say that if you're to prove these accusations, you have to know where to start looking.
There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
And we are definitely going to have a word with Lohar. There's lots to do in the Black Bull Tavern, but for now...
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you.
Okay, sounds good. We're on it.
In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence!
Alright. Ta-ta, see you in the funny papers. Okay, so we have a new quest. Rise of the Dwarfs. Actually, I believe that's the Chronicles. Yeah, that's in the Chronicles. Anyways, we're going to table that for a later date. This quest is closed. This quest is closed. This quest is closed. Let's click on them all. Close down the journal. Open up the journal again and they should be gone. Very good. And that is it. Coming up next, we're going to do some shopping and get ready for combat. Get ready for a tough fight.
What kind of rat would sell such filth?
As long as I don't think about it too much.
Let's go back to the center of town.
I don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town.
Never forget it.
Yeah. We're going to find out what happened to Magister Siva. But before you do this, yeah, you want to get ready. And that's coming up next video. We're going to do some shopping and then we're going to find a free unique bow. And we're going to hook up some new skills and then go out. I don't want to do a spoiler, but yeah, we're going to go out and find Magister Siva and get into a wicked, ridiculously tough fight. If you don't know what to do. But if you stick with the slack, you won't get whacked. That's coming up next video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you then. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.